Why is grant terminology important for college students? Imagine trying to navigate a new city without a map or knowing the local language. That's what applying for grants can feel like if you don't understand the words used. When students look into funding their education through scholarships and grants, they'll see many specific terms that can seem confusing at first. But knowing what these words mean makes a big difference. It helps you understand what you're applying for, what you're getting, and what you need to do next. For example, when you hear the word grantee, it means you are the person who receives the grant. Knowing this helps you realize you have rights to the money but also responsibilities. You might need to report how you use the funds or meet certain academic standards. If you don't understand what being a grantee involves, you could miss important steps or obligations. Different types of grants are also important to know about. A discretionary grant is awarded through a competitive process, meaning you have to stand out among many applicants. A formula grant is given based on specific data, like your financial need or the size of your school. Recognizing these differences helps you find the right opportunities and prepare better applications. Understanding financial terms like indirect costs and cost sharing is also key. Indirect costs are expenses like administrative fees that are part of managing a grant. Cost sharing means your college or organization might contribute some funds toward your project or education. Knowing these terms helps you see how much money is actually available for your education and what expenses are covered. If you're applying for federal aid like the Pell Grant, understanding terms like eligibility and award amount helps you know if you qualify and how much money you might get. The Pell Grant is designed for students from low and moderate income families, and the amount depends on your financial situation, your school's costs, and whether you are full or part-time. When you read application instructions or guidelines, you'll see words like budget, abstract, or conflict of interest. Knowing what these mean makes it easier to fill out forms correctly and avoid mistakes that could delay your funding. For example, a budget shows how you plan to spend the grant money, and an abstract is a summary of your project or proposal. Colleges and federal agencies also use consistent terms to communicate. When everyone understands what award, grant period, or principal investigator means, it reduces confusion and makes the process smoother. It also helps your college advise you better on how to apply and manage your funds. Knowing grant terminology also helps you ask smarter questions. If your college says your grant is a continuation award, you'll know it's a renewal of previous funding. If you hear about matching requirements, you'll understand if you need to contribute some of your own money or resources. It's important to remember that grants are free money that you do not have to pay back. Knowing this through the right words helps you see the value of grants versus loans, which do need repayment. This knowledge encourages you to maximize grant opportunities and reduce reliance on loans. For students interested in research or project-based funding, understanding terms like principal investigator, proposal, or award notification helps you participate actively. You'll know what roles you might play and how your work fits into larger funded projects. In the end, learning grant terminology is about gaining confidence and clarity. It helps you make informed decisions, understand your responsibilities, and take full advantage of the financial aid options available. When you know what all these words mean, funding your education becomes less intimidating and more manageable.